All right, so let's set the scene. It is the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Everything your team has bled for all season long, it all comes down to one single game. The hopes and dreams of an entire city are riding on just 60 minutes of football. But what happens? What do you do when the one player you absolutely cannot afford to lose, your starting quarterback, suddenly becomes one giant question mark? Well, that is the exact spot the Seattle Seahawks found themselves in. And trust me, this isn't just a story about a boring injury report. No, this is a high-stakes drama full of conflicting signals and last-minute decisions that could literally make or break their entire season. So let's get into how this all went down.
To really get why this was such a huge deal, you have to understand the pressure cooker this team was living in. We're talking about the playoffs, people. The stakes, well, they just don't get any higher.
We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks, the NFC's #1 seed, and they're staring down their biggest rival, the San Francisco 49ers. And just think about the tension here for a second. Seattle had just beaten these same 49ers in the final week of the season to clinch that top spot. So this wasn't just another playoff game. It was an instant rematch, a grudge match with absolutely everything on the line.
But all of that, being the #1 seed, having home field advantage, all that incredible momentum, it was all suddenly hanging by a thread. And it was all because of the health of the single most important player on that field, their quarterback, Sam Darnold. This was the word that had an entire city holding its breath heading into the weekend. Questionable. An oblique injury. I mean, for a quarterback whose entire job is built around twisting their core to throw a football, that word is it's terrifying. It casts this huge shadow of doubt over the entire team. And all this anxiety, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere on game day. Oh no. The seeds of doubt were planted 2 days earlier, during what should have been just another Thursday practice. Now, here's where things start to get a little weird. It's all in the language. Darnold says he felt a little something. Not a sharp pain, not a tear, just something. And he leaves practice as a precaution. It all sounds so minor, right? So downplayed. But then the team's official report comes out, limited practice, and officially questionable for the game. Suddenly, that little something starts to feel like a pretty big something. And then you get this. While the team is playing it safe and the fans are panicking, Darnold himself steps up to the podium and says this with absolute confidence. Close to zero doubt. So who are you supposed to believe? The team's cautious official report or the unshakable confidence of the man himself? That contradiction is where this whole drama really catches fire. So, all the speculation, the conflicting reports, the confident quotes, all of it was just noise until Saturday, game day, the moment of truth. Okay, it's 1 hour before kickoff. The rest of the team is out on the field warming up, but their starting quarterback is nowhere to be seen. The clock is ticking down. You can just imagine fans glued to their phones, reporters watching that tunnel, everyone just waiting for the final word. And there it is. The official word finally drops. Sam Darnold is active. He's gonna play. You can almost hear the collective sigh of relief from all across Seattle. The gamble, it looks like, is on. But while Seattle takes that deep breath, a whole new question starts to creep in. Because let's be real, in the playoffs, being active and being truly ready to win are two totally different things. The story doesn't end with that one word. Now it just kicks open the door to a new and honestly a more complicated chapter of doubt.
So here's the bottom line. Even though he's active, there are still some major concerns. I mean, how much pain is he really in? Is that oblique injury going to force them to change their entire game plan? Are they just going to be dinking and dunking all day with no deep shots? And maybe the biggest red flag of all, he wasn't on the field for pregame warmups. Why would you miss those crucial reps if you were truly good to go? It puts huge spotlight on the backup plan, Drew Lock, and it raises the stakes of this whole gamble even higher.
And so that's where we leave it, right on the razor's edge of a massive playoff showdown. Sam Darnold is in uniform, but the questions are just swirling. It is the ultimate playoff gamble, the kind of decision that could make or break an entire season. And it leaves all of us with one lingering critical question. Against a rival this tough, with a championship on the line, is being simply active ever really enough?